Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we are going to be talking about Linkara again. This is social media lunacy. I just recently uploaded a compilation, which was the entirety of Linkara's ED thread. That was not the end of me covering Linkara. Maybe it's just poor titling on my end. I still have a lot of stuff to talk about with Linkara, and today we're going to be talking about something that happened very recently. That being how Linkara reacted to someone making a parody of him. Now, for those of you guys who don't know Oni Plays is like Game Grumps. They play video games, there's a revolving cast of people, and they say random things. Well, Oni Plays mentioned Linkara a lot, they mentioned 𝐜𝒾 a lot, and I thought it'd be fun to look at how Linkara handles the criticism that they throw at him and make fun of him, and how 𝐜𝒾 handles what they make fun of him about. So first we're going to be watching an animation from the user ℓ𝐔𝐍𝒒, very good username, and I will have all the videos listed in the description when this is finally uploaded. And we will watch another animation made by 𝐜𝒾. They will also be in the description when this becomes a full upload. So let's take a look at this animation first about Linkara. It should be loud enough for all you guys to hear, but if it isn't, I'll fix it in post, so just be sure to comment you can't hear it or something.
I have to say I loved Linkara, right? I was watching various places and I saw Linkara, the great Linkara. He did atop the fourth wall and he talked about the famous Power Rangers rant, right? He said it'll be out when it's out. And we like that. It'll be out when it's out. But great work ethic. It was so good when Iron Liz was there, the great Iron Liz, right?
So we start with Donald Trump here, and Donald Trump is praising Linkara. He calls him the great Linkara. He calls Iron Liz the great Iron Liz, which is why you'll see a lot of people still calling Iron Liz that. It's very lighthearted. The only jab is at the famous Power Rangers rant. And even then, he doesn't really hone in on it. All he says is, it'll be out when it's out. So that's not even that big of a jab at him. So far, it's just lighthearted fun with Donald Trump talking about Linkara. There's really nothing here to be offended by.
It's okay.
Don't you talk about me, you son of a bitch.
Who said that? What is that?
It's
What
me,
is that?
the Lightbringer.
Now, this is the part that he seems to get really mad about later, and you'll see his reaction in a second. The fact that he does this silly voice and he calls himself the Lightbringer. If you guys haven't been watching my videos on Linkara, Lightbringer is a comic that Linkara made. And Linkara is so sensitive about it that if you refer to him as the Lightbringer, he gets upset because he is deeply ashamed of the comic book that he made. And it's really sad that this is how he chooses to vent his frustration, by being upset when even someone calls him by the name of his own comic book. But yeah, this is just more lighthearted fun.
Look, there he is. There he is. Get him out of here. Get him the hell out of here. Then cuts to the audience beating shit out of him. Fucking ripping his jacket up. Throw him out in the cold. Don't give him his jacket. Don't give him...
See, that's the only part that I'd be okay, and I would understand with him getting slightly offended. The fact that he gets the shit beat out of him, and then he gets his jacket stolen. Like, if he said, I don't like that he said Donald Trump would have me beat up, then I could semi-understand that. It's still a parody, it's still for fun, but I could get if he was upset that he got beat up. But that's not why he was upset.
Meanwhile, Doug Walker's just looking on going,
He's going, build that wall!
I don't think he'd say that.
So that was the whole Oni Plays animation. You can see that it was just a joke. It wasn't even that bad. Like, it didn't bring up any of his degenerate shit. It didn't bring up any of the real deep dark shit that we talked about. It didn't bring up him being a nasty cockslut. It was very light-hearted stuff. Well, let's see how Linkara reacted to this. Let's see how Linkara felt about that parody being made.
Obviously. 𝐜𝒾 c𝐥, my question was, have you sent the one play or one play fan-made game? Yeah,
no, because I have zero desire to ever think about or talk about Oni Plays.
So he's immediately hateful towards Oni Plays. Despite not saying anything really too fucked up, despite himself saying that he hasn't watched it, which he's probably lying. He probably has watched it numerous times and he is deeply upset by it. But instead of just acknowledging it and then saying, it was alright, or oh, it's funny, he decides to be spiteful towards it.
I don't even know what that is.
They are a YouTuber who is the one who constantly mocks me, makes fun of me, and apparently they do an impression of me that everyone loves. Everyone has to point out, wow, his impression of you is so accurate.
So he makes it clear already that he is upset by them talking about him. He thinks that they are bullies and that they are people bullying him, and that he is upset that they would impersonate him. Already opening it up to everyone that you are really fucking sensitive and can't handle when someone pokes fun at you.
And he's the one who popularized people calling me the Lightbringer.
And now you've opened up a whole new avenue for trolls to fuck with you by acknowledging that you don't like being called the Lightbringer. So now people are going to continue to call you the Lightbringer, and you will never escape it. People will always bring this thing up because you couldn't just leave it be. And for those of you guys who don't know, I'm reviewing Lightbringer, so if you want to know why it's bad to be called the Lightbringer, go check out that review. More episodes will be up soon.
Based off of my crappy old webcomic. So,
Wow.
screw him.
Yeah, no. Not cool.
Yo, my...
Also, despite their comments being positive and very lighthearted, fun jabs, Linkara says screw him very seriously and offended.
Perfusion cells.
And apparently he was trying to play that video game that I don't care about. Now we are going to switch over to this 𝐜𝒾 animation about the same length. It's about the same tone. So let's see how they talked about 𝐜𝒾.
Only plays with friends.
What was the Japanese joke we made before we went to get sushi?
What Japanese joke?
I made a Japanese accent getting off the elevator.
Oh yeah, what did you say? It was really funny, but I didn't want to say it because we were in public.
I forget.
There's someone getting yelled at by a Japanese... Oh, it was 𝐜𝒾 if he was working a sushi place.
You want your sushi?
Because he said, I'm working on it!
And he goes, let me tell you.
If the health of the department...
know what you are putting in our sushi.
You cannot pepper spray the customers, 𝐜𝒾.
You cannot pepper...
So they bring up one of the infamous things with 𝐜𝒾, that being that he maced a GameStop employee. Now, this is something very tragic and very fucked up that happened with 𝐜𝒾's life. He ended up dealing with a lot of legal stuff. He got banned from that place. He was very upset by all of this. This is something a lot darker than they brought up about Linkara. So it'll be interesting to see how 𝐜𝒾 reacts in bringing up something that caused him a lot of harm later on.
Pepper spray the sushi. It does not
They
taste
could
good.
condemn our restaurant.
It's not real pepper.
And we would have to move out of it.
He was looking
What I call pepper spray if it's not pepper?
You fucking would.
You chop the sushi, you unchop the sushi.
I thought you were really Japanese.
Japanese.
Because your name is 𝐜𝒾.
𝐜𝒾, I get it.
Now I see you are
𝐜𝒾.
just 𝐜𝒾 bad. Oh, there's a snot in my nose.
Pick it out.
Why is the only Japanese accent is you do an old man?
So that was the other animation. Let's see how 𝐜𝒾 reacts to this, despite it being a lot more cynical and a lot harsher than the Linkara remarks.
Oh man, he made me laugh. They made me laugh. Why would I go with pepper spray if it's not pepper? There you go. You got one on me. I like that joke. Why would I go with pepper spray if it's not pepper?
So, as you guys can see, 𝐜𝒾 handled this 1,000 times better than Linkara did. 𝐜𝒾 is just as bad as Linkara, if not worse, usually. But for some reason, this time, this rare instance, ℏ realized that something was a joke and that he could laugh with it, and then also be seen in a positive light for being able to laugh with it. Meanwhile, Linkara got butthurt and acted like they were attacking him and that they were bullying him. So this is one of the rare instances where ℏ is the Chad, and now Linkara is the virgin. And if you're sad enough to make ℏ look like a Chad, that's a new level of pathetic. Now, I know this video isn't too long. It's just a little fun video that someone suggested me to do. I will find more Linkara stuff to talk about soon. Hopefully you guys have liked the commentary that I gave here and liked seeing Linkara embarrass himself. Stay tuned, because soon more Lightbringer reviews will be going up, and I've got a few more ℏ things to talk about this month, especially regarding the delusional merge stuff and if I will be continuing that. So stick around for those videos. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you really like it, share it. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. Check out the animators whose animations I featured in this video. And thank you guys for watching, and bye.